Welcome back to the realistic road to glory in FC25. We have European football today. We also continue on our challenge for the Premier League title, and we will also be signing someone today. But who that someone is still actually up for grabs, because we had a number of names on the shortlist in the last episode. It has subsequently happened that a number of those players have either moved or are now unavailable because we can't afford them because of not maximising a fee for Agbinon, or the club don't want to sell him. Gabby Martinelli was the one that the current club that he's at, they didn't want to sell him, Lille I think it was. So at the minute, the vote that was ongoing looks like this. Doku, Yildiz, Adeyemi and Amad Diallo are the top four. Adeyemi and Diallo both locked on 13 votes. Yildiz and Doku both locked on 20. Then comes Anthony Gordon and Somerville on 12 apiece. Noni Madueke is the first man that actually sits on a certain vote number himself. 56 people have voted, a total 149 times. We are looking with a transfer budget as follows of 46.9 million. Wage budget remaining of 200,000, so that's not a problem. But who do we go for? That's the question. Doku was on the list, but Doku has moved, so Doku is not on the list anymore. So top of that vote was Yildiz. Now Yildiz is valued at 58 million. They reckon I could get him for 52, but their asking price is 86.9, which says to me that they're not really going to accept my bid of 40. Was it 46.9 I had? They're going to laugh me out of the room here, aren't they? Yeah. So Yildiz we can't get. Doku we can't get. Adeyemi and Diallo were the next two. So Adeyemi is obviously currently at Aston Villa. He's valued at 48 million, but apparently you could get him for 24. So that says to me that his contract is expiring. He's 86 rated. He's very fast, great agility, solid jumping as well. And his technical stats are decent, but not sensational. 80 finishing really stands out as one that is a standout low, not a standout high. Amad Diallo, however, is decent finishing, but his ball control's not great. Physically, he's not as impressive as Adeyemi, but he's decent still. But Adeyemi has a lot more play styles. Rapid, flair, quick step, playstyle plus, acrobatic and aerial. And Adeyemi has proven to be a real pain in the backside when we've played against Aston Villa earlier in the season and over the past few seasons. So I would lean towards Adeyemi personally. Villa are underperforming in the league as well. We're obviously still top. Aston Villa sit 13th currently and have lost nearly half of their games this season. In fact, Aston Villa, the bottom three are a little bit cut adrift. Aston Villa are only 4 points away from being the side that are next to the relegation zone. But at the minute, Norwich, Ipswich and Wolves look like they're doomed, really. So I think it's going to be Adeyemi that we go for. Of course, whether we can agree a deal or not remains to be seen. If not, then it will be potentially Amad Diallo that we go for. Adeyemi, approach to buy. He's valued at 48, but they reckon, my chief executive at least reckons, that I could get him for 20 odd. I'll submit a bid at 30 and see if they'll negotiate. 39 we can afford, but we will try and save some pennies with Unai Emery if we can. And those pennies are being saved. £35 million for Adeyemi. Now, the last time we signed a left winger from Aston Villa was Morgan Rogers, and it didn't work. And he's since left us quite quickly. Now, Adeyemi is on £170,000 a week, which is punchy. I have 200 and something available, didn't I? 207,000 available. My current highest earner is Bayer at 145,000. Now, I'm imagining Adeyemi would want something similar to what he's currently on. Only an important contract is good for me, actually, because previously we were anticipating he might actually ask for crucial. We'll see if he'll take a pay cut, but he might just walk out here. If he does, we've still got plenty of time in the window to bring him back round. But will you sign that? Yes. All right. Well, he comes in as a joint highest earner here at Bradford City. Karim Adeyemi is in. Bologna have been one of the better sides in Serie A for a number of years now, and they continually challenge in the European competition here. Franco Israel in goal for them. Jose Carmona, Adamo Nagalo, Anthony Rualt and Miguel Gutierrez is their back four. Ethan Mbappe and Lennon Miller their midfield two, with Fatou Fofana, Kangin Lee and Patreon player Brandon Delaney up top at striker. Reminder for those of you that... Oh, and Patreon player Bailey Byrne on their bench as well at 85 too. Reminder for those of you that are on the Patreon or would like to join the Patreon for the next save, the post is live for you to leave your player details. And obviously, if you're not on the Patreon but would like to be involved in the next save, then now is the time to go and join ahead of the next save that we'll be doing here on the channel, which will be voted upon by you guys very soon. For now, though, we are going to go and take on Bologna in the Europa League and hopefully get ourselves top of the table ahead of Manchester City. Well in by Yarek. Nicely done. Never mind, given away immediately. Here's Miguel Gutierrez again. Malik Fofana. And Kangin Lee, former PSG man, trying to run things now in Italy rather than France. Karim Adeyemi's making his debut for us here. He had not played in Europe for Aston Villa, because Aston Villa weren't in Europe, so he's available. And he hadn't played in the Carabao Cup for Aston Villa either. Holy, nearly a bullshit goal. So he can play in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Manchester United for us tomorrow, if we decide to select him. So, oh my God, what a horrendous turn by Dedic there. So, Karim Adeyemi will be available for every game for the remainder of the season. He'd only played twice for Aston Villa all year. He'd scored one goal, and I think that might have been against me, actually. Carmona's on his way around me. Just evades the foot of Jay Davies. And here's Delaney. Big save by Lunin. The Ukrainian has really stepped up when called upon in this competition and others so far this season. He and Trubin battling out very much so for who gets the nod most weeks. But there's nothing you can do about a finish that's that good. Delaney makes it 1-0 Bologna. Kangin Lee looking for Fatou, finding him well. Fatou could have been one of the players that we potentially looked at for that new left-sided player. Oh my lord. Good. Or even Malik Fofana. Bologna are proving that they are as good as we thought they might be. Although a little fortunate perhaps. Trent looking for Adeyemi and finding him very well indeed. Adeyemi with a decent turn inside. He's still going here, Karim Adeyemi. Would link, would dink it, and it would have been superb over the top. Conor Gallagher not able to get on the end of it. Bologna playing some really nice stuff here. Longos in the way, and this time does get to the loose ball. Oh, play on, ref. Unless you're sending him off, play on. We were really unlucky with that second goal. Originally tackled the man with Jay Davies, and then he has gone. And then Longos came across and took it off him. It's Ethan Mbappe. Straight red card for the younger Mbappe brother. And Bologna have a 2-goal advantage, but they are now missing a man. Will that cost them come the end of the game? I hope so. Their midfield will be light now, with one centre mid not there. The striker nearly just burst straight through the middle. Looking for Ribeiro. He could be in. Been in a similar situation earlier, but I'm hoping his pace is just enough. It's a good save by the keeper, though, very well positioned. I can't say I haven't had enough chances to draw ourselves level. They're not been great quality chances, but we certainly have created opportunities. But we're just not clinical enough when we get them. Just couldn't turn quickly enough there to get rid of that. Lunin pounces on it. We'll bowl it out quickly to the awaiting... Well, central midfielder was the plan. You know, the one that's in space that I aimed at. Yeah, cheers then. Kangin Lee. We're going to lose this, and we're going to lose it without scoring. At least just get one, maybe. Make me feel a little bit better about this game. Hayward. No, can't even get one. All right, fair play, Bologna. You've got a very good team, and they've shown it here today. Even with 10 men, I couldn't find a way through. Liverpool were the side to beat, weren't they? With 10 wins from their first 11 Premier League games, 9 in a row at the very beginning of the season. They are now 4th in the Premier League as they've very much fallen off. They've not bottled it entirely. They could still come back for sure, but they've made a couple of signings in this save, actually. You'll notice them a little bit further down the list. Mamardishvili in goal, Archie Gray, Ignacio Lopez, Levi Colwill at centre-back, and Balde. Hoffman and Pedri in the midfield with Gordon Duff. New signing Paris Brunner on the left, who was one of the strikers we were looking at. And Ryan Cherki at cam with Jonathan David up top. Hausen, Cordoba, Leun, Moreira on the bench. They've got some very good, talented players to impact the play if things aren't going well with the starting 11. We're at full strength for this one. And hopefully, after beating Liverpool in the Community Shield, I think we beat them in the league earlier this season as well, did we? I can't remember, actually. I think we did. Well, regardless, we want to beat them now. So let's try and stay top of the Premier League until the end of the season, shall we? Rather than... Oh, lovely take by Brunner. Rather than losing the top spot at some point somehow to then hopefully win it back again. I'd rather just be comfortably top for now until the end of the year. But whether we're going to get that lucky, I don't know. And you have to factor in luck to something like this. Don't forget to pay attention to where the ball is, Mr. Rig. It's Mateusz Fernandes. Dibbling went for the run. It's Bayer we found. It's Bayer who scores. Liverpool concede at Anfield very early on in the 7th minute. Maximilian Bayer. Jonathan David to Duff. Inside nicely. Well intercepted by Murillo. Jonathan David, though, and Brunner. And David, early doors, good save by Trubin. Liverpool looking for a quick way back. I've been informed by chat that I lost by 3-1 last time I played Liverpool. So, they want some payback for that. Oh, please tell me it wasn't... Oh, I was going to say it wasn't them that used their hands because I was about to race away. Intriguing free kick technique or training ground routine, but it's going to bloody work, isn't it? Cherki equalises for Liverpool. It's 1-1 at Anfield. A goal every 7 minutes or so at the minute. Oh, it's nice around the corner. Ryan Cherki trying to do it again. He'll be wearing sky blue in the Premier League next year in real life, obviously, Cherki, after signing for Manchester City. But he's tearing me apart here in Liverpool red at the minute. Here's Gordon Duff. Duff gets the turn. He winds up for a big one. Archie Gray gets to it. Delivery comes in, but it's not great, and we'll clear that with Mateusz Fernandes and Bayer. Could set Kilic Soy away here. Liverpool not left themselves much in terms of support here defensively, and Kilic Soy. Mamardishvili's overcommitting. That's twice now in the opening 28 minutes where he's not been far away from the man, but has tried to preempt what that man is going to do, commit to a dive style too early, and we've just gone, all right, well, I'll hit it under you or over you then, as the case may be in either situation. Thank you, Giorgio. 2-1 to us. Dibbling's on the inside of the defender. Will lift it. Did that hit a hand? It did. Free kick. Now Trent is on the bench, so we won't be bringing him on specifically to take the free kick. We just laid someone down, haven't they, in front of it, behind the wall there. Engels, can you score me a banging goal, sir? No. Maybe. No. We'll lead by 2-1 at half-time. Then, yes. I will get the chance to have the corner, though. So maybe it'll be 3-1. Engels, we're up. We're not up. It's away. Champagne will get there, but the referee will blow his whistle before I can do anything with it, I imagine. No, he hasn't. A cross comes in. Right, now he'll blow his whistle, for sure. It's good from Liverpool. They just got the passing option available at the right time each time. Lenny Yoro steps in, though. Former Man United man will not be popular here at Anfield, but he did very well there defensively. Pedri. It's not a bad delivery. A Shempong away. I'm not going to get to that first. Or trying to change players so I can attack it with someone else. Hoffman with a little back heel. Away, please, quickly. At your feet. Couldn't quite do it. Great. Why is Arne Engels just taken the ball under control and then done a 360 spin on the spot? I don't know. Gordon Duff back to Pedri. Lovely ball over the top to find Jonathan David. Here's Pedri again. That would have been an unbelievable goal. Great ball to Kilic Soy as well. Lopez here with me. Is he on? No. He's buried it well. It's a good move, but the timing of the run or pass, or both, not quite as they needed to be. If I'd have played the pass rather than taking the touch with a turn and then the pass, then he would have been onside. But I think it would have been intercepted by the defender, so I needed that extra beat, that extra split second to ensure I found the right ball. It was a good pass. It was a good finish. It's just not going to count. Lovely run by Simic. Lovely run by Dibbling. Oh, please. Oh, what a goal it would have been. Oh, brought down brilliantly. Only 90 seconds or so to go, though. Need to stop them from getting in. I was trying to just block passing lanes by lying down in front of him, basically. Trying to make him delay in playing the pass, which did work. And they rather foolishly took the early shot from distance, which is just going to waste possession and give us the ball back. I can waste the time, and then we'll go wham, and the referee will blow his whistle, and we'll get 3 points at Anfield to consolidate at the top of the Premier League. All right, after losing the game to Bologna earlier, we've actually dropped to 5th in the standings here, and we're level on points all the way down to Sturm Graz in 11th. So it's not guaranteed that we'll get through to the round of 16 without having to go to the playoff here. Helsinki are 35th, though, of 36 teams in this stage of the competition. So you'd like to think that this should be a one-sided game. It was not a one-sided game, but we are able to get the result. Ribeiro with a brace, Engels with the other. Helsinki had 2 shots the whole game, and they both went in. So maybe it was a bit of a one-sided game, to be fair. But we get the 3 points. That will be us guaranteed round of 16 football in the Europa Conference League and progression through without having to go through the playoff stage. Right, Murillo's had a bid from PSG. Murillo, not been with us that long. PSG, well, let's be honest, we're top of the Premier League, so we can probably turn down PSG at this stage, can't we? We'll have a look and see how things are going for them in France. But we negotiated a new contract with Ouattara rather than letting him sign for PSG on a free. PSG are top of Liga by 4 points, but we're top of the Premier League. So I'm going to reject that bid for Murillo based on the fact that we're having a really strong season. If we bottle it by the end of the season, then perhaps we could consider selling him on. Like I say, I am contemplating doing a one-season simmer one-off episode for a Champions League run if we finish top 4. Obviously, if we don't finish top 4, then I'm not going to do that, am I? Because I'm not in the Champions League. But we'll wait and see how things go. Still continually turning bids down for our players as we progress towards the last game of the episode and the last game of the January transfer window, which is third-placed Arsenal away from home. We have a 5-point gap at the top of the Premier League over 4 teams that are all locked on 43 points. It's quite a tight fight at the minute. We'll be tighter yet further still if Arsenal beat me here. So let's avoid that, shall we? Arsenal still very good. Ferreira in goal still. Tiziano Bianchi at right back. Saliba, Palacio, Martson. Obviously Palacio, former Bradford player. Eduard Ramos is always unbelievable in that CDM role. Courtney Thompson, Patreon player alongside Franco Mastantuono. Souley, Zhu and Antonio Nusa, who always destroys me. The bench is really poor for Arsenal, apart from Morgan Rogers. So it's still really poor for Arsenal, is that bench. Really strange that Arsenal, and they've only got like 2 players in the reserves as well, which is a lowly rated goalkeeper and an ageing Locatelli, I think, at 82 rated. So it's weird that Arsenal have an 11 and then nothing else, but I suppose a lack of squad depth at Arsenal isn't out of the realms of realism, is it really? Bayer played in here, quickly back to Dibbling. But Tobias tackles his former teammate very quickly and well indeed, and then gets tackled again, but I can't quite make them pay for having someone out of position, sadly. Arsenal, we did get a good result against last time we played them. I remember Ian Martson being absolutely knackered and us taking advantage of that. Bradford fans have absolutely filled that away section, haven't they? Oh my lord, Bianchi's header goes so very nearly into the back of the net. Unsurprisingly, we're selling out our away travel allocation. with the state of the season we're having. No surprise that everybody that can possibly make a game of football is going to try their best to make that game of football. Adeyemi's first touch doesn't quite come off for him there. Not sure exactly what quick step playstyle plus is or does, quite frankly. So I'm going to have a quick check of that, I think. Lovely footwork for Zhu to step away from the challenge. And the shot wasn't that bad at all either, was it? Sule, you know where he wants to go. I was about to say, it's just a case of stopping him from doing it, but I couldn't. Courtney's in the box. Tight angle. Watara's won it back off him. We'll lump that looking for Adeyemi, who's got really good jumping. But neither of them jumped for it. Good. Courtney Thompson into Zhu. Zhu in space. Zhu with the effort. Truman with the save. Ball goes one way up the pitch. Ball goes the other way up the pitch. It's still very end-to-end here. Watara with a headed clearance only as far as Palacio, and I'm glad he hasn't scored. Mastantuono driven to Courtney, quickly onto Nusa. Quickly back to Thompson. Mastantuono again here. Twisting and turning his way around, finding Zhu. And that is much better than his last effort. 1-0 Arsenal thanks to their Chinese number 10. Almost need to see a replay of that. It was that good. And he's back to goal as he receives it. And then just one touch and picks his spot. That's a very good goal. Trent forward to Watara. And driven nicely into Adeyemi. Oh, I was just about to say, and there's your response. Dibbling. Man on the edge of the box is Trent Alexander-Arnold. But it's not going to fall kindly for me. We are still 1-0 down here at the Emirates. On to Aaron Adeyemi. Looking for Bayer. He's going to have the legs to hold off the defenders. He's in the box here, Maximilian. Bayer! We're level. The German finds the back of the net and equalises for Bradford City once more. I wouldn't say he's been better than Will Lancashire, but he's certainly not been a step backwards either. Zhu. Fans screaming for him to shoot. Noosa did, but Noosa misses. Past the post on that far side. 22 minutes to go. And then Dibbling. Inside the fullback. Martin does just enough this time. I thought about diving in. I'm glad I didn't. Zhu. I had faith from that angle that the keeper would make the save. No. Yeah, Mikel Arteta would have had faith that Zhu can score from any angle. And he has done. Twice. Mastantuono. To Sule. Oh, it's well done. Zhu loses out though. It's time for an equaliser. It'd have to come quickly. But there is time for an equaliser. Fernandez. Don't, ref. Just don't. Oh, it's going to reach Bayer! That is why you have a 91 rated goalkeeper in between the sticks. For moments like that. He's been the difference there. And Murillo's header goes wide. We will lose at the Emirates. But we could certainly have had a point if it weren't for some fantastic goalkeeping right at the death. Transfer deadline day has arrived then. Big Dave McCulloch might be leaving Manchester City to go to Villa. That would be their Adeyemi replacement, you'd imagine. The rumour is Murillo to Lille, but no. Is the answer to that rumour. It's not happening. Ferreira is the biggest move so far from Palermo to City. Young 22-year-old striker. Now João Pedro, Dominguez and Novak Bigger. And all of them, or all but Dominguez actually, onto the list for top deals in the day. Rizzo's had a bid come in, but we're going to reject that. We've not used the youngsters as regularly as I perhaps could have or should have in this save, but those that we have used have been good and worthwhile using when we have. Dave McCulloch has left Manchester City to go to Aston Villa. £80.8 million is a hell of a signing for a player that I didn't think City would want to let go, considering how good he is. He's like 89 rated or something, isn't he, Dave McCulloch? Might be 86. We'll wait and see. We'll have a look at it, of course, when we do the full roundup. But 5 hours to go here. Krupi moves now as the third biggest deal on the day. 2 offers here, one for Murillo, one for Jarek. We're going to turn down Leipzig, and AC Milan are not the club they once were in this save, so we'll be turning that down as well. Hackney, Paris. Hackney's the 3rd biggest deal of the day at 28.7. Never mind, Miranda from Fulham to Real Madrid for 67.1, and Savinho leaves West Ham to go to Leeds for 81.9. That's Roger Fernandez replaced then, isn't it, out on the left-hand side for them. It's a hell of a signing for Leeds United to make at this stage of the save. No other massive ones go through in the final hours. We get 3 offers as deadline day ends with 1 hour to go, so there's no point even contemplating those because, well, they won't go through anyway. Jarek wants to play against Manchester United, and to be fair, he will do in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final there. We are 1-0 up. Villa are through to the final. Aston Villa will be whoever wins the second leg's opponent for the final, which will surely come in March. We played Leeds twice in the Cup in the last episode. Or twice with a Cup game in the last episode. We're going to play Man United twice with a Cup game in this episode. And if we can beat Man United in the Carabao Cup, then we'll play Aston Villa twice in the episode after that, because it will be them we have in the Carabao Cup final. But for now, that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you approve of the Adeyemi signing. He didn't hit the ground running, but we've not really had too much football with him as of yet. Fingers crossed he will impress as time goes by. We are still top of the Premier League table. I should probably check that first, shouldn't I, before we definitely leave. We are, but only by 2 points to City now, and Arsenal and Liverpool. Title fight engaged. 14 games to go. It could be absolutely anybody's. I'll see you tomorrow. I gave you the whole see you tomorrow. I didn't do the transfer roundup, did I? So let's do that, shall we? Oh. So Endrick's in the Premier League now. £162 million. Endrick to the Premier League. To Fulham. Yeah, bloody hell. Giovanni Kenda's left Arsenal to go to Juventus for 110. We've seen Savinho to Leeds as we thought. McCulloch, what rating are you, Mr. McCulloch? Sure he was late 80s. 86. I thought it was slightly higher than that. 80 million is a good signing for them. Albert is firing Leicester towards a Champions League challenge at the moment. Ethan Nwaneri's gone to Real Madrid from Tottenham. That will please Arsenal fans that at least he's no longer playing for Spurs. Bessemer moved. Patreon player, £74.7 million from Coventry to Everton. We've seen Michael Schillo, Patreon player, move from Stuttgart to Wolves. Luis Miranda is not a Patreon player, but striker right wing Cam 85 rated to Real Madrid from Fulham. They've obviously replaced him with Endrick. Yikes. Bloody hell. Bruno we've played against today. Cherky we've played against today. Fatawu we played against today. And then he's since left Bologna to come to Everton, so we may well be playing against him again. Kaya has left Man United to go to Fulham. Big signing for Fulham that as well. They've also signed Samuel Moser too as an 85 rated CDM. Tanner's a right mid. There's been Artur Vermeeren moved within the Premier League. I see Burnley might be Championship this season actually. Diamande, who looks like he's likely to go to Palace in real life, gone to Almeria here from AC Milan, 86 rated. Jared Branthwaite has gone to Spain from Brentford. Frimpong's gone to Stade Rennais at this stage of his career, so France bound for him. Now we're into the lesser deals in the mid 40 millions. Still baffles me. Nonto did go to Villarreal in the end. Isak left at the beginning of the season because he would have been a striker we were looking at. Durdov went in this window as well. Olivier Davies. That's a Liberia flag, isn't it? Liberian centre mid. From Hammarby to Osasuna. Didn't expect that at all, to say the least. Right, with regards to Patreon players, there have been a couple of moves, albeit literally only a couple. We've seen Ben go from Coventry to Everton. We've seen Stuttgart to Wolves. And that was it. That was it. So only the two moves in that window. We've seen a few more in the summer, of course, at this stage. But that was it for now. So do have a closer look at your stats here. We'll obviously give you a full season roundup at the end of the season. These guys do have 92 potential and all started about the same rating as everybody else, but some have just completely lagged behind. I do apologise to those of you that are in that situation. Not my fault. Just blame the game. It's always easy to blame EA, isn't it? A lot of you are growing very well, though. Some better than others, obviously, but it depends on your first team football and your starting stats and what clubs you play for, I suppose. But that is all she wrote for the transfer window. And now, I will see you tomorrow.